If you've been calling yourself lazy lately, if you keep telling yourself, I should be doing more, but your body feels heavy, your mind feels foggy, and even simple tasks feel like too much, then I want you to pause for a moment, because there's something you need to hear. You might not be lazy. You might be burnt out and emotionally exhausted. And the painful part is, burnout often looks like laziness on the outside, but it doesn't feel like laziness on the inside. It feels like you're trying and still failing. Hi, my love. Welcome to Echo Your Aura. This is a gentle space. No pressure, no judgment, no harsh advice. Just honest psychology, explained softly, so you can understand yourself better and stop being so cruel to your own heart. Now let's talk about the difference between laziness and burnout. Laziness is usually a lack of desire. Burnout is a lack of capacity. One is, I don't care. The other is, I care, but I can't. And that difference matters. Now let's talk about the 7 signs of burnout. Please pay close attention so you can name what you are feeling. Sign 1. You feel tired even after resting. This is one of the most confusing parts. You sleep, but you wake up still tired. You take a break, but you don't feel refreshed. Because emotional exhaustion isn't just physical, it's nervous system exhaustion. Your body has been in survival mode for too long, so even rest doesn't feel like rest. Sign 2. You can't start things even when you want to. This one makes people feel ashamed. You know what you need to do, you know what you should do, but your brain won't move. You stare at your phone, you sit there, you procrastinate, and then you feel guilty. But burnout often shows up as executive dysfunction, which is a simple way of saying your brain is too overwhelmed to organize action. You're not lazy, you're overloaded. Sign 3. Everything feels harder than it should. When you're burnt out, normal tasks feel heavy. Replying messages feels like work. Cooking feels like work. Cleaning feels like work. Even choosing what to wear can feel like a burden, and you start thinking, what is wrong with me? But nothing is wrong with you. You're tired in a deep way. Sign 4. You're emotionally numb or unusually sensitive. Some people shut down emotionally. They stop feeling. They laugh less, cry less, care less. Other people become extremely sensitive. Small things make them cry. Little comments feel painful. Everything feels personal. Both reactions can be burnout because your emotional system is running on empty. Sign 5. You're easily irritated and you don't feel yourself. You know those moments when you snap and you surprise yourself? You feel irritated by little sounds, little questions, little interruptions, and afterwards you feel bad because you think you're becoming a bad person, but you're not. You're burnt out. Your nervous system is overloaded, so your tolerance becomes smaller. Sign 6. You feel guilty when you rest. This is a big one for women, especially women who have been taught that their value comes from what they do. So even when you finally sit down, You can't enjoy it. You feel like you should be doing something else. You feel behind. You feel lazy. But that guilt is not a character flaw. It's a survival pattern. Sometimes it comes from childhood. Sometimes it comes from pressure. Sometimes it comes from being the one who always holds everything together. Sign 7. You've lost your sense of joy. This sign is quiet, but painful. You don't look forward to things the way you used to. You don't feel excited. You don't feel inspired. Even good news doesn't hit your heart the same way. And you may start thinking, maybe I'm just ungrateful. No, my love. This is what happens when you've been emotionally carrying too much for too long. Burnout doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it looks like you going quiet inside. If you recognized yourself in any of these signs, I want you to breathe. Not because everything is fixed, but because now you have language. Now you have understanding. And understanding is the first step towards healing. You don't need to bully yourself into productivity. You need gentleness. You need rest. You need support. And you need to stop calling yourself lazy for having a tired nervous system. If this video helped you feel seen, you can like it so YouTube shows it to someone else who needs it too. And if you want more gentle psychology like this, subscribe. I'll be here twice a week. Thank you for being here, and please be kind to yourself today.